At first, no one noticed. A slight deviation in the orbit of Neptune, a whisper of interference in deep space radio transmissions, somewhere far beyond Pluto, something was tugging on gravity itself. And then, the headlines began. Astronomers detect anomalous movement in outer solar system. Could it be a rogue planet? Is this the return of Planet 9? But it wasn't a planet. It had no light, no shape, no surface, only mass and hunger. A black hole, drifting silently into our solar system. And it's headed right for us. To understand what's coming, we have to understand what a black hole really is. You might picture a hole in space, a cosmic vacuum cleaner, but that's a simplification. A black hole is not a thing, it's a place where the laws of physics collapse. Imagine compressing the mass of a star, many times the size of our sun, into a sphere barely 20 kilometers wide. That's a stellar black hole. Its gravity is so intense that space and time warp around it. Light bends, time slows. At its boundary, the event horizon, not even light can escape. Once you pass that invisible edge, you're gone. Inside, we don't know. A singularity is what our equations predict, a point of infinite density. But infinite isn't a number, it's a breakdown. This is where Einstein's relativity meets its match, where quantum mechanics screams for a new theory. And now, one of these monsters has slipped into our solar neighborhood. The universe just changed its rules, and we're about to find out what they are. At first, it's just a quiet signal, a small gravitational ripple picked up by LIGO. Nothing unusual, until it doesn't stop. Then, NASA confirms there's a distortion in starfield readings. Objects are drifting. The outer planets are ever so slightly off course. Scientists scramble. Observatories across Earth and in orbit turn toward the anomaly. And then, the unthinkable. A rogue black hole. Real. Headed for our solar system. The headlines explode. Black hole detected near Neptune. NASA confirms. Gravitational threat imminent. Stock markets crash. Governments declare states of emergency. Military satellites are repurposed to scan deep space. Conspiracy theories flood social media. This is a cover-up. It's the end times. The Earth will be spaghettified. Meanwhile, physicists work around the clock, calculating possible trajectories, orbital decay, time dilation. Some try to remain calm. It's still light years away, they say. But the truth is, we don't know how close it is or how fast it's moving. And worse, we don't know if we're its target. For the first time in modern history, humanity feels truly cosmic fear. Not from aliens, not from war, but from physics itself. As the black hole edges closer, the solar system starts to unravel. At first, it's invisible. Black holes don't emit light, but their influence, it's everywhere. Jupiter's orbit begins to stretch. Saturn's rings distort like ripples in jelly. Neptune's moon Triton, ejected into deep space. On Earth, the signs are subtle, but terrifying. Ocean tides no longer follow their predictable rhythm. Gravitational interference creates rogue tides, swamping coastal cities. Precision satellites begin drifting out of sync. GPS becomes unreliable. Military systems glitch. Even time starts to slip. Clocks at higher altitudes tick slightly faster than those at sea level, a measurable artifact of gravitational time dilation. In the skies above, stars bend. Literally, the black hole's gravity warps the fabric of space, creating a cosmic funhouse mirror. Light from distant stars curves around the object, forming what scientists call an Einstein ring. But the mayhem is just beginning. The asteroid belt, destabilized, ancient rocks spiral inward. The Oort cloud, our distant icy shell, gets scattered like sand in a storm. And the most terrifying part? We can't see the black hole. We only know it's there because the universe is breaking around it. With the black hole tearing through our cosmic neighborhood, humanity faces its most profound question. How do we survive the end of the solar system? First comes denial, then the scramble. Every major space agency goes into crisis mode. NASA, ESA, CNSA, ISRO. They know this isn't an asteroid you can deflect. This is a celestial predator. Space telescopes are pointed toward the growing gravitational void, hoping to predict its path. On Earth, governments trigger continuity of civilization protocols. Think secret underground bunkers, frozen seed vaults, and population triage plans. But we're not just hiding, we're trying to escape. Emergency missions launch toward Mars and the moons of Jupiter. Elon Musk's Starship? Now carrying genetic databases and AI cores, not tourists. Scientists race to fast-track fusion reactors and space habitats. The idea? Create artificial oases beyond the black hole's influence. Meanwhile, deep beneath Earth's crust, vast survival colonies go live. Self-sustaining domes with geothermal energy and algae farms. But can any of it really work? The gravitational waves are distorting space-time. Communications become unreliable. Some probes just vanish. Even if we escape the planet, how do we outrun a black hole? It's not chasing us. We're falling toward it. And unless we find a miracle solution or a place to hide in the cold shadows of space, extinction is not just possible, it's statistically likely. As the black hole draws nearer, it's not just gravity that dooms us. It's light. The sun, our life source, is being gravitationally lensed, pulled, warped, and eventually swallowed. Without its warmth, Earth begins to die in layers. Within just a week, average global temperatures plummet by over 20 degrees Celsius. Within a month, the surface becomes unrecognizable. Rivers lock into ice. Oceans develop frozen crusts. Entire ecosystems collapse. Photosynthesis ceases. Plants die. Food chains break. We're not just cooling. We're entering a new ice age. Not one caused by natural cycles, but by cosmic sabotage. Cities fall silent beneath mountains of snow. Power grids, strained by demand, fail. Civilization flickers out. Even volcanoes, once nature's backup heater, can't keep up. The Earth, from space, begins to look like a perfect white sphere, a snowball planet. The last warmth lies underground, where geothermal energy might keep a few bastions of life alive. But on the surface, a frozen tomb. One scientists call a radiative death spiral. Unless humanity escapes, Earth could become the solar system's second dead ice world, joining Europa and Enceladus, but with ghost cities buried inside. A black hole entering our solar system sounds like the ultimate death sentence. But what if it's something else? A challenge, an opportunity, a new kind of fire. You see, black holes aren't just destructive. They're the most powerful energy engines in the universe. They're accretion disks, the glowing whirlpools of matter spiraling in, can radiate energy thousands of times more than our sun. Theoretically, we could build Dyson swarms around it, harvesting that energy, or use it for something even more radical, space travel. Thanks to Einstein's general relativity, orbiting near a black hole slows time. This could allow for deep time missions, or even time dilation survival. And then there's the most outlandish idea of all, wormholes. Some physicists believe rotating black holes, called Kerr black holes, might host stable wormholes inside, theoretical gateways to other parts of the universe, or other universes entirely. Of course, we have no proof, but desperate times push science into realms once thought fiction. Could this black hole, this destroyer, become humanity's last launch pad? Or is it the final curtain for our species? Either way, our story wouldn't end in silence. It would end with a leap into the dark, chasing the very thing that threatened to erase us.